Afternoon, Matt. Afternoon, everyone. It all comes down to this then. The season that started on August the 6th of last year. More than 50 games later in all competitions. Everything hinges on the result of one last fixture. Here's the team news. Goalkeeper Chris Haig, an emergency loanee from Ebbsfleet United, makes only his 5th appearance for Oxford City. Chris Fleet, on the other hand, is a hoops veteran of 8 seasons. Ahead of him, Zach McEachran, brother of former Chelsea player Josh, is the creative heartbeat of the team. Alfie Potter and Josh Ashby offer goals, as does Josh Parker up front, 19 in all competitions this season for him. There's good news for St Albans in that Callum Adebayi and Tafari Moore have passed late fitness tests. They missed some or all of the semi-final. Commiserations to Kyron Wiltshire, who injured a knee on the final day of the season. Ben Smith has stepped into midfield and done well. Up front, David Noble has taken the big decision to bench 29-goal top scorer Sean Jeffers. Mitchell Weiss plays up front, supported by Che Cooper and Zane Banton.
Oxford will look for a sharp start. Ross Jenkins likes his team to start on the front foot and try and get that early lead.
Flag stays down and it's an early opportunity here for St Albans City. Superb save first time around and then put wide. Oh, he almost had a goal inside the opening moments. Terrific stop by Chris Haig, and it had to be.
Yeah, I think it's Andre Burley just playing him onside. Weiss goes through, just can't get the ball out of his feet. It's a good block in the end.
Lewis Coyle in support if he needs him. Picks out Reece Fleet instead. McEachran, expert ball carrier. There's Potter. McEachran looking to turn. There's Fleet, and Oxford City lead. A beautifully crafted goal, finished off by the skipper. And what a start for Ross Jenkins, Oxford City. Zach McEachran very much involved, and Reece Fleet tucked it away very nicely indeed. Stepping out of defence is Aidan Francis-Clark. What a run from the defender. This open game continues with Zane Banton now for the Saints. Moore in support and receiving it now. The shot could be on for Moore. And it was Che Cooper who endangered the life of one of our cameramen.
Try and get one of the 3 centre-halves supporting the wide players. Got really good movement.
Williams-Bichelle, it was meant as a cross that, but it took a nick off Moore. Ended up as a shot on target, safely gathered in the end by Dylan Berry. Blue and white shirts back behind the ball now. And Blackman misplaces a pass, and the pressure comes off the home side. Potter, brilliant play from Alfie Potter, and now Josh Parker, who has 2 up ahead of him. Here is McEachran! Oh, what a magnificent save! Dylan Berry kept it out. It would have been a picture-book goal from the star player McEachran. Wonderful stuff all round there. And St Albans fortunate in some respects not to be 2 goals down. It's quite a story for their goalkeeper, St Albans' Dylan Berry. St Albans, his hometown. Oh, he's lost it. Straight to McEachran, and he couldn't miss. That is agony for Dylan Berry, the boyhood St Albans fan who made a wonderful save a moment or 2 earlier from Zach McEachran. But McEachran couldn't miss when handed another opportunity just moments later. It's a howler from goalkeeper Berry. Oxford City, though, enjoying and savouring every moment.
Yeah, you've got to feel for the goalkeeper here. Just takes his eye off the ball, doesn't he? Pressurised by Parker, and the last person you want it to fall to is that man, Zach McEachran. Made an outstanding save just before this as well.
Ashby. Zach McEachran surrounded by yellow shirts. McEachran again. Ashby, that's three! And Oxford City may well have won this inside 31 minutes. They are making very light work of the biggest game in their club's history. Josh Ashby with the latest goal. And apparently, Kevin, an unassailable lead in a little over half an hour.
Yeah, brilliant football once again from Oxford City. It's that man, Zach McEachran. See, he just rolls. It's just a weighted pass again, not too dissimilar to the first goal we saw. It's so hard to get to. It's a little flick of the right foot there, and what a calm, composed finish that is from Ashby. Again, a little touch there, opens his body up, he just bends it this time. No chance for Dylan Berry. Wonderful goal. Oxford City 3-0.
They could pull one back. It makes so much difference to their confidence levels, I'm sure. It's eventually come across to Adebayo, who got plenty on it, but wide of the target. Would be a good policy to try and test the goalkeeper's mobility in the next few moments. St Albans City give themselves that opportunity. Very, very patient in the build-up. That's the way that manager Noble likes them to play. This one lifted a little too high for Jeffers. Blackman, well, it was worth hitting. A little wide of the target, but if you don't shoot, you don't score. Reminder that it's Champions League week and the conclusion of the semi-finals. Milan with plenty to work to do against city rivals Inter. As Aaron Williams-Bushell fires one wide.
He's had a good half so far, isn't he? Defensively works really hard, gets back into shape.
Stanley. To Blackman. 5 minutes left, or just under, in the first half. As Cooper is able to turn and get a shot in. There's Jeffers, who goes down. No penalty given. As Oxford City struggle to clear their lines. Eventually it comes to nothing. Here's Williams-Bushell. He's been one of their best performers so far. Stopped in his tracks that time by McKenna. Weiss finds Jeffers. Going for goal. In the end, safely into the hands of goalkeeper Haig. They really know what this club is all about and give their all when they're down on the pitch. Here's Parker, looking for a fourth, maybe Oxford. Parker, it is four! It's game over inside the first half. Josh Parker completes the first half of Oxford City's dreams and St Albans' nightmares. 4-0 the scoreline before the break in the National League South promotion final. Agony once again for the Saints. There was nothing they could do here.
It's great plays that Humphrey Ewers does really well, and you were talking about experience there, Dan, and Francis Clark just gets done there by the experience of Parker. It's just a little chop inside, and then does he have the composure to just place this one in the bottom course? Yes, he does, and it's a wonderful finish from Josh Parker. I was just about to say the only thing he's not done in this first half is score the goal, and he's got his goal now. It's a brilliant finish.
The first half ending as it began. Francis Clark now very adept at stepping forward with the ball out of defence, but he's left a gaping hole behind him. McKenna there to help out. Weiss chasing. Should be the keepers, and is. Perry still trying to live down that mistake of his, which gifted Oxford City the second goal. Now Jeffers looking to manufacture something for himself. Jeffers' effort and tipped away by Haig. St Albans have a corner. Something for their fans to cheer at last. Of their history, but it's looking less and less likely all the time now. Here's Ashby for Oxford City. He's already scored one. Takes Dylan Berry's save to deny him a second. Well, maybe he can help change things for them. Here's Ben Smith. To Stanley, back to Smith. Can he get the cross in? Just ran out of room in the end. To settle for the throw. Stanley finding Cooper. And that shot may be his last act, because I think that Che Cooper might be one of the men about to leave the game for St Albans City. Also coming off is Mitchell Weiss. Francis Clark to Ben Smith. Jeffers on the end of that one. Almost made something of it. And we'll get a corner. The final touch must have come off goalkeeper Haig. Very professional stuff from Oxford City in this second half, just holding the visitors at arm's length. Here's Joe Neal. And that was a very important last-ditch challenge from Michio. Blackman beats Fleet to it. Humphrey Ewers, or Moore rather. It's Jeffers. And Oxford City get it away. Parker making a nuisance of himself once again. Holding Francis Clark, who's now all over him like a rash. And that will be an Oxford City free kick. Parker very nearly twice the age of Aidan Francis Clark, and showing all of his experience there, the younger man going into the referee's notebook.
Yeah, it's been tough for him at times, hasn't it? But he stuck to his task, and that's...
Blackman. Still endeavouring to make their mark on this final St Albans, but as the clock ticks on, it's starting to become one of those days where maybe they could play all day long and not score. Since Ross Jenkins started picking the team in January of 2022. And this is going to be their 5th win out of 6 against their, or in front of their own supporters. And for Ewers now, winning a corner, as Oxford City look to finish with a flourish. Carroll got a boot in the way. Here's McConnell. Banton going for goal and safely gathered. First save that Haig's had to make for a while. Humphrey Ewers. Ryan Blackman a little late, and perhaps showing a little bit of frustration. Yellow card for the St Albans midfielder. Their frustrations continuing right to the end here. City, I'm sure, will want to finish with perfection and finish with a clean sheet. And that they will. Has masterminded their first ever promotion to the National League a year later. Oxford City have done it. Winners of the promotion final of the National League South. They will play 5th-tier football for the first time in their 140-year history come August.
Hopefully see you next season, maybe. You'll see. I don't feel what I mean.